Welcome to Time Out, the show that aims to deliver hot seat topics and many things in the culture. I'm your host, Mike Dubs, and today it has to be a special moment because I've known this brother for the longest. Let me introduce you to the man himself, Mr. 474. And in this episode, we'll talk about his journey being an entrepreneur, the celebrities he's worked with, including why he came up with the brand 474 and the meaning behind it. Welcome, brother.
Yes, man, bro. You good?
Long time coming. Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year, bro.
This is my second episode. When I started this podcast, I had one aim, and it was to bring attention for every person in my life that is literally like inspiring. Yeah. Not to me, but to every other generation. And this is why this conversation was needed. Because, I mean, you gotta understand.
It's been long coming. Yeah.
So I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, Mr. 474, welcome to Time Out.
I'm grateful to be here.
Do you drink, by the way? Because I saw you drink.
I'm having water.
Is having water?
Yeah.
Well, you know me. I'm plugged in. Yeah, I'm plugged in. However, at the moment, I'm still sipping on another. This is like gym stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Natural stuff.
We're going to talk about KKay launching 474 and what inspired this fashion brand. He's going to talk to us about all the experts, all the celebrities he's worked with, and what it means to be a CEO of a fashion business. Because he's got a lot of points, so make sure you actually listen, right? So, Mr. KKay.
Yes.
I don't know, because I know it's K.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm so used to the idea of every time I dress you, I say Mr. 474. I know it's a branding thing.
Yeah.
But I literally, every time I see you, I'm like, Mr. 474.
No, you become intertwined into what you're doing, basically. So I think that's what it is. I mean, in terms of the brand, we started I started the brand like 2014.
Okay.
I mean, with the idea, the initial ideas and that, basically what we've done. I wanted to get into fashion because I had passion for fashion. That's a bit of a cliche, everyone says that, but it's the actual thing because remember when I was like 10 buying stuff because my feet always been big.
Okay.
So I buy the biggest moccasin, like two-tone,
Okay.
I had my bigger cousin who's like, 20 years older than me, sharing same thing. Do you get me? Like
of
my
course.
uncle. And I was young, I was looking up to these guys, and they sharing some of my clothes. I mean, I was wearing the oversized baggy jean shirt, the big ones, it's too big for me, but they wearing it.
I still feel.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the passion was there, and then obviously, we had history together. We've always been into the music.
Of course.
And, saying that, yes, mad, yeah. So yesterday, Dubs was going back. So Dubs, I do.
Of course, yeah.
It was going back to some of the stuff we used to do in the past. So going back to the music and that, and he's trying to get the old stuff so he can do a bit of remix and that.
Okay.
And boom, he found this track we done years ago. It was on AKA and that.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a new channel You Reloaded.
Okay.
So yesterday got on YouTube, and can you saw the show? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, it got on YouTube, and he found that track re-uploaded on channel You Reloaded. So it's a new channel.
Get the coins. Get the royalties rolling.
I don't know
but I mean, them days they didn't have royalties. They did, right. But they never really spoke business to us like that.
Of course not.
However, at the same time, now we know. I would say, go and get that kitchen, brother.
So anyway, like my guy, it's just so funny, yeah. It was yesterday, he was looking for it, and he found that got uploaded yesterday.
Wow.
It's mad. So anyway, so we've been in music together and but during that time, because we've always marketed ourselves, we've always pushed ourselves and stuff like that. So within that period, I got into doing event. So later on I got into doing event, which is I started from 2013. I was kind of supporting people. I was getting booked to do events, to perform. And I was bringing my own crowd, so I thought, I could do this stuff myself.
Okay. So basically, you got inspired while in the process of you in the music business. You thought, there's something missing.
I could create my own events.
I feel that.
because I was bringing following already, like to the people that was doing events, and you know, they give you a little something. And I thought I could do this, like run this thing.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So anyway, like, so I got into doing event. I went to do something different as well. So I created the whole branding of the event. Initially, I started with the name DGD Wild Parties, which is Don't Give a Damn Wild Parties. So I started doing that, and then obviously I've always had the fashion at the back of my mind. And these times now I was doing merch for events, but I did want it to mix with a proper brand. Do you get?
Okay.
But the whole idea is to state of mind, DGD. Do you get?
Okay.
So I started with. Started doing some t-shirts, so that was in 2014. Started doing t-shirts, so it's DGD, but I just flip it backwards with 474, which is in the alphabet. It's fourth letter.
That is so sick.
Do you get me? I wanted to separate the event from the clothing, so when the event is gone, you will still have the clothing, which is
nah, bro. That is like deep metaphorical behind, cause it makes sense. Why move away from the brand you already created?
Ideating something for the people before you're actually thinking about the money.
Okay.
So now I'm thinking like, yo, I want to create something different. I want to like do something that people will kind of like vibrate or kind of like gravitate towards.
Okay.
Do you get? So that was the idea, and you know, in terms of like trying to show my creative kind of aspect of things, which I want to pull into clothing. You get?
I respect that.
That's different, you know what I mean?
I respect that.
So I separated it, but it's still the same state of mind, you know, like.
Of course.
Don't give a damn. I mean,
listen, DGD 474. I like it. And since you touched up on the idea of you had to take a risk and literally provide a vibe to the people, right? What would you say is typical fashion startup mistakes that you came across, and to a point now it's like, let's say even if you were to venture into something new, you wouldn't like repeat those?
What you got to understand, for you to get into it, you know, make sure you have your original concept to start with. So like you just don't get into doing it because somebody else is doing it. Like, you know, because all ideas might not be original, but your idea is actually very original. Like when you think about it, the thought process that come into it. So you're not looking at something else like somebody's doing it, so you have to do it. So that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make. They tend to want to jump into it because people are doing it.
Okay.
So you're not actually, your mind is not into it. You know, for your mind to be into it, you need to be passionate about what you're doing first.
Of course.
So have that, you know, you're creating a joy, like you actually give it something to people. Because like creating clothing, just like eating, really, people go dressed every day.
Of course.
You don't see people walking naked, do you?
And to be, let it all hang out.
Well, yeah, because I'm signing up first class flight. I'm out of here now. So I understand people, you have this great idea and you always gonna go back to what made you start, right? So are you saying that if your idea is not as solid and aligned to your vision, that's already a mistake in itself? That's already a mistake in itself because that's unoriginal. And I mean, imagine trying to sell unoriginal ideas. It's already replicated, so it's out there already, and you're not going to be the best at doing it because it's not your original idea. Okay. So now, if you're passionate about something, just like the way you put in all your mind and soul into your music. I know you've been doing this for years. Yeah. And everything you've done kind of connect everything. I mean, you got into production with the TV. Everything is linking with the media, and then you start doing your fitness program, and then you produce everything. If you ain't passionate about it, you're not going to be able to like put it out that way. Of course, I respect that. I respect that. I mean, me personally, I mean, I've made so many mistakes. However, now I'm at that stage where, when the youth come to me and they say, well, this is what I want to do, I always say, yes, it's a great idea, but how are you going to execute it? And in the process of executing it, write all the mistakes that you think will happen. That way, you can scale it down. Yeah. Some of them you learn because they might work. However, at the same time, when you write the pros and cons of an idea, then it will shape how far you take it with you. Why you have to make time for business and learn to say no.
So I'm just gonna answer that. Basically, in everything you do, you just gotta be able to have that level of discipline. Because if you don't have that, you know, everything crumbles. So you gotta learn to say no to going and partying.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
if you don't have a good party.
It does come with the territory. I mean, you know, it's the fashion industry. You gotta be able to go out there and network. You gotta be able to see what's trending out there. You gotta be able to like intertwine with these things.
Because I mean, I've seen 474 from the beginning, and every time you drop a piece, it always hot, the most trendy. I'm like, why is this guy not working for Louis? Why is he not dropping streetwear for Gucci? But then at the same time, 474 is the brand.
Yeah.
Nowadays, every time I go out, yeah, this is a true fact. Even if they don't know me, yeah, I'm like, 474, they're like, yeah, thanks, bro. I'm like, that's my boys. It's like, who's that? I said, K. It's like, you know, bro. So it's like one of those where you learning to say no, having that discipline. I mean, it sets you apart.
Yeah, of course,
it sets you apart.
definitely. Yeah, it sets you apart from for somebody that obviously that's not well focused into doing certain things. Say, for instance, I might wake up at 3 a.m., which I actually still do. I wake up with ideas, you know what I mean? So if I was to wake up with ideas, you know, I'm looking to pick up a pad, kind of like, because like what I've always done, I kind of like done all the sketches.
Wow.
I do sketches, so I do sketches like, so it might be rough, yeah, but I still put the sketch and the ideas together, and then I can get in touch with somebody that create with me digitally, and then just tell them, okay, put this, just bring this into life, but you know, they can see the original creation, like everything, you know, sketched out and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's not so easy. I'm not saying like trying to knock people, but you know, you just got to be able to put in the grind. Okay. Got to be able to put in the work, and you know, you just got to be creative at the same time.
Every time you drop season to season pieces, and I mean, you've been active since 2014, and so far to this date, like I said, I meet people, and I'm excited because I know there's a connection to this brand, and I love it, right? So far, how many, like, as far as celebrities that you've worked with?
Started in 2014. Initially, we started in 2014. So, but we've always worked. So, you know, like those times I've been making 100 hats. Yeah, I have them in my bag. You know, I was doing events. Yeah, I have like 50 hats in my bag. Yeah, and I'm selling them at the events. Okay. You know, I'm like literally showing. Like I'm selling, you know, like I'm showing, you know what I mean? So, you know, the whole grind kind of caught me into play. So like initially, just over a year ago, we went full time. Okay. You know, I kind of like, because I'm doing extras, I'm doing other things and that, yeah.
Of course, and you can just all the eggs
in one basket.
Yeah. Because when it crumbles, that means like you're thinking, oh, what's the next thing to do?
Yeah, yeah. So I was getting plan Bs, but plan Bs was to make plan A work. You know what I mean? I'm trying to revert back to plan A.
I love that. I love the mindset. I love the mindset.
So, you know, it's always plan A. So, you know, I get plan B to make plan A work. So, we went full time, like I was saying, yeah, from last year. So just over a year now, we have the office. You know, people could come to the office. We have the creative table there. We'll, you know, put ideas together.
Okay.
And at the same time, we started moving towards a sustainable kind of like production where we produce everything is 100% organic cotton. So whoa. Yeah, so some of them we produce in Europe actually.
That is good.
Yeah,
impressive as well.
Expensive doing it here actually, but it's actually a process where you go through whereby there's no slave labor. There's you know.
I like that. I like that.
So it's a proper thing, like, you know. So we had a set up. So I'm just gonna go back to your question in terms of how many celebrities we've worked with. We worked with a few even before going into full time. I mean, there's Premiership players. Okay. You know, we have Pogba, you know, rocking our stuff. We've got Sterling.
Okay.
We've got Sterling rock our stuff. We've got Wan-Bissaka. There's Anthony Martial. There's just too many that, you know, to name a few. And I've got some of the people in the UK as well, like, you know, some of the artists, upcoming artists. Some of them that's already been out there, you know, having our stuff. I mean, we've actually been able to give stuff to people like Teflon, You know, we have Davido rocking our stuff.
Man.
You know, so like
He's got world stars rocking 474.
You know what I mean?
Now
So-
we're gonna plug 474 at the end of this, so you can see their website, you see what they're working on, and I appreciate how literally in the process of you learning to say no, you still managed to explore other avenues as far as networking into the celebrity circle, of which, I mean, from what you heard, the list is impeccable. The friend, if I'm coming to support you, right, why worrying about being nice can be bad in the business?
just worry about what's most important. Do you not worry about something that don't mean shit to you? Because put it this way, you got to be able to have that street mentality, yeah. So you have a street mentality whereby your no is no, your yes is yes. So you know you got to be able to set a boundary between those two.
Yeah.
So when you become a yes man to everyone, you know that comes in, that want to take the piss.
Can I have this guy? Yes.
Do you get?
Can I let this one? Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, the people around you will literally like crumble you before anyone out there.
Okay.
Trust me, believe in this when I say this. Because like, see, when you start up in the beginning, you put your own money. Yo, I've put my own money into this.
Okay.
Invested in my own money. And then you produce something, and then you've got a friend coming up like, oh, I want it for free, or I want 50% off. The same people, you know, could be rocking a Gucci top. You know, you spent £500 on that,
and
you're looking, you know, you're looking £50 hat, or like, say for instance, our current hoodies are going for £95.
Yeah.
Which is like produced same manufacturing company as Valentino.
Because I mean, I feel the quality,
you know,
and I got some drip as well from 474.
You need to come back to the office.
I will definitely come through. So you getting your supplies from literally same places as this main brand. So say for instance, I have a hoodie which I'm selling £95 now, which is produced on same manufacturing company. Because our yarns, you know, see what we create stuff like, say the hoodies. They actually create everything from the scratch, so it's not a process whereby you just get a fabric and you cut it up. We get yarns produced, and then the fabric get produced. So everything is from the scratch. This is,
you know what I mean?
This is literally like basically organic.
It's organic, you know what I mean? So now, so you get, see, the only difference is the name. Say for instance, you know, you can get same hoodie from Valentino for £500. You pay for it, because it's same quality process, everything that, you know, that was gone through within that particular garment.
Yeah.
So now, because it's you know, the name is not so out there yet, though you can see the quality of it, you want to price it down. I'll say no to that.
Of course.
Because, you know, I don't care, like, you know, the way I look at it, you're not really supporting the grind.
Exactly.
Do you get me? Because, like, you're ready to support somebody else that you don't know.
But
you don't price it.
Your neighbor,
someone else,
you know,
you know what I mean?
and literally you love the drip, but you still want to.
But you still want to price it.
Okay, so I guess be nice, but at the same time, always have the strict mentality.
Yeah.
This is business, because if they were to launch into something, you would fully support them,
of course,
without having to say, okay, let me have a shoulder, let me have a full back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I respect that you can be nice, but then at the same time, this is business. No,
learn how to say no.
There's some gems I'm learning today from Mr. 474, and like I say, this is a timeout podcast where literally we touch on those things where people don't like to hear, but then at the same time, it is the truth.
It is the truth.
Like, people will spend time liking posts. You post something that's hot, and you ask them to share. They won't even share it.
They'll act like they didn't see it. But you know how you know they seeing it? Post it on the story. Bro, post it on the story. You see all of them watching and you thinking, yo, I know you seen that post. You know what I mean?
So, okay, people, let's change the mentality. 2022, if you see a post, press like, share it, tell someone. I know it might not be relevant to you at that moment, but someone will get inspired and literally change their life. Mr. 474, we've touched quite a lot. However, at the same time, just give me a bit of the highs and the lows of being an entrepreneur.
Well, the highs of being an entrepreneur, it's like, you know, where you actually achieve your target, you know, you pat yourself in the back and, you know, you kind of like, you know, so dopamine release, you know, you're happy and stuff like that, which is like, you know, you kind of like achieve the target, but it never stops because like you keep on going, you know, it means you got to be able to like put in work, you know, constantly looking at your environment, seeing, you know, the changes and stuff, and constantly putting the right people around you, yeah? Some of the laws around it, you know, there's sleepless nights, yeah, around these. Trust me, there's hard work.
1 in the morning.
Bro, there's hard work.
You're making calls to Europe saying, please, I really need this line to launch.
Yeah.
I need that piece of design to be perfect.
Bro,
so
there's laws which includes kind of, you know, like you say, you know, a lot of failures. You see, when you see the failures, we take it as a lesson, as a lesson curve or whatever, and then we, you know, we kind of like, you know, it better us as an individual where we kind of like just learn from that particular situation. You get me?
Yeah.
So like, you're going to be getting a lot of knockback from people saying no to you. Do you understand? So you know, you get to a point where you've spent a particular, you know, like tons of money on an idea and it never will picked up, you know what I mean? But you have to keep on going, you know what I mean? So like, you know, there's disappointments that along the way because nobody said it was going to be perfect. Like, it's not easy. That's why everyone's not CEO.
I mean, people like to celebrate their success when you're at the top.
Yeah.
However, at the same time, you know, the laws in itself, when you're going through the no's when you submit a design, the no when people say when you approach street stores on the high street to say this is what's trending, this is what people are getting, this is my KPIs, this is the numbers that we're doing. Yet they don't see that. However, at the same time, they only expect to see, oh, this guy is successful. Let's leave it like that. So I mean, I do appreciate literally you are sharing with us the highs and the lows of being an entrepreneur, because nobody really understands these sleepless nights.
Nobody understands. Trust me, nobody knows. Because you know, you're not going to see a successful individual posting these stuff. Nobody posts the grind.
Yeah.
Nobody posts it. Say for instance, we'll come up. You know, there's certain people will be like, oh, I've never seen this brand before. Where did you just come up from? Like, you know, we've got history. You see where it's coming from. You've been there from the beginning. Like, you've seen it kind of like manifested. And, you know, still going. Like, you get me? So, from when initial kind of like startup is actually like change, involved.
I mean, you evolved.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, but nobody sees that. All they say is like, yo, this brand just pop out of nowhere. But like, say you pop out really, really huge in a particular year, people forget that it's the 10 years prior to that built up that particular time.
Indeed.
Do you get me? It's not that time. It's all that you was doing that kind of like built up that particular moment in time that a lot of people will get to feel, you know, what you're about and stuff, yeah? But, you know, people forget that, you know, there's always a process that you need to follow.
I mean, like, me personally, especially with the highs and the lows, right? There's nights where you're gonna get creative block.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're pushing as hard as possible to try to make things sense. However, at the same time, people don't see that.
Yeah.
However, when you deliver it, first of all, you expect them to accept it. First they deny it, and then they see other people accepting it,
then they'll follow.
And then they'll follow.
Yeah.
And you'll be like,
facts.
You'll be like, well, I mean, you had the opportunity to embrace it before anybody else. However, at the same time, what kind of convincing did you need? That I'm successful to say that. So no, I do appreciate that you're sharing with us the highs and lows of being an entrepreneur. What would you say is the huge difference between a great idea and implementing it? Because you know, for DGD, great idea. 474, implementing it, huge. To me, even I'm telling you today, I'm actually blown out of my mind because until now.
You never actually seen
I'll tell you this year. I even Googled trying to figure out 474 what it meant. Yeah, at one point I was like 474. What would be the acronym behind 474?
Yeah.
And to a point now, it's like now I have the full definition behind what's 474. So I mean, what's a great idea? The huge difference between having a great idea and implementing it.
Yeah, because like the model for fuck ups is procrastination. You get me? So people have ideas, like I said to you, being around people, great ideas.
Yeah.
You say to them, okay, why do you put this into play? Make it work, or like get on it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'm not so sure. You see, a lot of people worry about investing in themselves.
Uh-huh.
You got to invest in yourself. If you're scared of investing in yourself, how investor gonna be, be able to invest in you?
Okay,
because you're scared of the idea, to invest in it. An investor ain't gonna invest in that idea. So like having an idea, is totally different to actually putting it into work. So putting it into work, that push along, that drive that gets you going, that's gonna get people believing in that.
Okay.
So you got to be able to believe it in it yourself. So that's the difference between having an idea and actually putting it into practical work.
Having a great idea won't make any sense to no one unless it's been implemented.
Yep. Actually, you're looking to create something. That's why I say to you, everything's got to be original. So say you're creating something, you're trying to create dope music, you're trying to create dope beat, You're listening to it, you're feeling the vibe, you're feeling it. It's you, it's your own ideas, everything that you put into play, and you're trying to put it out there for people to accept. Now, when you put it out there, it's just like having a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Of course.
So now, when you put it out there, it comes to a time you fall back and you look at it and you think, okay, there's a way I can better this.
Okay.
There's a way I can improve it. And then you come back to it and then you improve it. So like you're constantly improving.
Okay.
That as human beings, that's the way it is. You just don't produce something. Even at the time that you produced it is the best thing ever.
Okay.
We as human, we always have to come back to that, review it and be like, okay, you know what, let me improve on it.
Okay.
It's the passion you have for that makes you come back to improve on it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Okay. I love success and I love how technology is evolving. And since it's evolving, we got the crypto boys.
We got the crypto, we got the NFT.
We got the NFTs.
NFT metaverse.
474. Do you see itself having their own NFTs? Do you see yourself having basically a meta world shop? What's your take on this whole technology and how it's going at the moment?
Actually, that's a very good question. Yeah, definitely. Because like it's a tech. Everything is moving towards tech, and it's all tech world right now.
Yeah.
So like it's going to be a digital world where you have huge platforms like Facebook talking about metaverse and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely we'll get involved with everything that's.
Because I would love to see a 474 NFT.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be literally sick. And to see 474 adopt that would be so dope.
Definitely. We always try to move with whatever is like, is current. You have to move with whatever's like happening at that particular time. Or with fashion, it has to be that. So like, NFT, like I say, it's already playing like a huge part already in our lives. And you have platforms like Facebook, metaverse, and so people going to be playing parts in digital world and stuff. So definitely we will want to be part of that.
Course, man. There's a whole lot of bags to grab from there, and why not join the hottest trending thing ever?
Yeah.
To all my listeners, I'm just gonna say, Mr. 474, is there any latest thing that you wanna just share with the world since you have this platform? Because I'm dying to know what's the next thing to come out right now.
Alright, okay. We've got this. We've been working on it from towards the end of last year. So your show is going to be the first place that I'm talking about this.
Exactly.
Because we've not actually announced it yet.
Okay.
Do you mean so? Basically, we're going into a feature collaboration with Jägermeister.
Woo! Hey.
Yeah.
That is huge.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you. Like you look, hey.
Appreciate it.
Make sure you send some Jaeger to me so we can all have the shots. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring you back when you officially launch your collaboration. I'm really happy for you.
At the moment, what we're doing, we're actually working on the design. We're dropping an official, like a capsule collection together. So it's totally separate from the drinks, everything. I mean, it's basically we're dropping a full collection together. And
this is impressive.
So that's what I've been working on.
2022. Like
yeah.
you can manifest. However, at the same time, when you work hard, the universe will always provide.
Definitely, yeah.
And yo, like I'm ecstatic. Right now I'm just thinking, bro, we are about to drip in there 474, so you already know.
Yes,
thank you for coming to my show.
Thanks
appreciate
for having
that.
me. I'm grateful, yo.
Of course, brother. I appreciate that.
Bro.
Tune in next week for another segment where I bring you another hot guest. I'm your host, Mike Dubs, and this was Kay. Peace.
Nice one.